Right, we have the Director of Football and Education, Jordan Clark, with us tonight. How are you doing, Jordan? You all right?
All right, Gary, how are you, mate?
Yeah, very well. Nice to see you again.
Thanks for coming down, mate.
No, you're welcome. We spoke a few months ago, and so what have you been up to in the last couple of months since we last spoke? Have you been home for teaching, or what's the situation?
So since the most recent government announcement, recent lockdown, we've had home teaching. So all the learning went to remote learning. We've adapted really well to it. So the learners, some of them our second years are used to it, obviously due to what we had back in last March. And then this time around, obviously the first years were used to it a little bit from their school environment, from where they've come to us, but it was it took a little bit of time to adapt to it, but the learners, the staff, we had all the contingency plans in place to be able to, hit the ground running with it. So in terms of education-wise, they've not been hindered at all, They've all got their guided learning hours. We've managed to keep up with the maths and English. So everything's been going really great. Football-wise, it's obviously a little bit more challenging, to be able to conduct any football sort of, sessions or anything like that is more difficult. But what we've been able to do is set them individual player development plans. We've done little competitions, 5K, 10Ks. We've been able to get guest speakers in from different backgrounds to be able to sort of enlighten them on different career pathways that they want to go down. So, out of, faced with adversity, we've been able to adapt and take some, good from a really sort of negative situation. And, I've heard a lot of other places are struggling and touch wood, I know there's only a week to go, but we've been really, really good since the lockdown. So, yeah, it's going well, mate.
So education going well, but even football, they could be doing things with their parents or their nan, their granddad, whoever, in the back garden or even down the park. They can go one-on-one with their parents or whoever.
Yeah, exactly. So that technology has been fantastic. So we've been able to record sessions. Here at the club, we've got loads of different sort of, legs and arms to the club. And Cameron Milne, our strength and conditioning coach, who works with our elite development pathway, he's been doing specific sessions on a Wednesday for them. He's put together a return to football plan based on the amount of time that we've got left, and that's been taken up really well. We've been able to use apps like the Home Court app, which is like an individual sport challenge where you can have a ball in your front room and you can manipulate it and do little bits of it like that. So yeah, it's had we've been able to adapt, and football, they would have improved in other aspects, but nothing recreates what you do out on the grass. It is difficult.
What about diets? You still get, because they're young men, do you get involved in the diet side? Or
yeah. So obviously when they're here, we get, we have a full-time nutrition plan here. Right. So we have the lunches all catered for, so we can monitor it then. When they're at home, it's been very difficult. And we're relying on them to use their, we provide them with the resource of what they should have and what they shouldn't have. Sure. And it's down to them, the learners really. We catch up with them, we support them where we can, but it's very hard when you're looking through a screen at times, and any educator out there at the moment will tell you you can't recreate what you have in the classroom with a screen, and the way that you support is slightly different, because learners are in an environment sometimes where it's not the best. It's not the best learning environment, a bedroom, a crowded front room because everyone's at home. But we've been able to support our learners with laptops when they've needed them, Wi-Fi support, financial support where necessary. So we've really backed our learners during this period, and we're hoping and we know that in the summer, when they're picking up their results, we're going to see equally good results to what we have seen over the last 4 or 5 years, if not better.
What about your staff? Have you kept staff on, or some of them been furloughed?
No, so all teachers and have been kept on, and here at the academy, our teachers are coaches, so we have the sort of the blend of both areas. So we've had Kat delivering to her Year 13 group. We've had Josh Gallagher delivering to his Year 12 group, and then we have them both picking up sessions with myself. I've been delivering the HNC and degree program that we have here. So we've all sort of, been as busy as ever, which I'm not complaining about. We've had to adapt, but there's other people out there who are not doing anything at the moment, and so I'm really thankful we've been able to keep going.
Oh, decent, yeah. Well, following the latest announcement, what's your plans moving forward with both current and future students?
Yeah, so we return on the 8th. Yeah, really, 8th of March. So really looking forward to that, getting back to it. So, and hopefully this will be the last lockdown. Obviously nothing's guaranteed, but we're hoping with the vaccine, program and everything that's been going on with the government, that this will be the last. So we're looking forward to a really good back end, really good spring, summer months, really looking forward to it. So we're going to return on the 8th. We're just in discussion about how the sort of testing, if there's testing, and what that looks like. You know, the government are outlining different sort of guidance for us as education training providers. So we're just planning on sort of adapting and making sure that we firstly have the safety of our learners that we have currently, you know, day in, day out. And we're putting all those protocols in place as we speak. And then obviously building up to next year, our recruitment thankfully has gone really well up till now, even during lockdown. We've been holding interviews, etc., like we spoke about before. But we've scheduled 2 events for the 11th of April and the 25th, both Sundays, 5:30 till 8 here at Meadowbank, where we're going to hold 2 talent ID days. So anyone who's interested can go to our website, social media channels, and you know, book a place, and we're able to get them down on a footballing concept, and you know, get people playing again, and sort of assess them and look to recruit for next year. And you know, we'll be sending out more details on that in the coming weeks and months.
Did you get much reaction from the last interview we done together? Did you get a lot of people interested, or what?
Yeah, so from the Q&A that you kindly did with me, it sort of opened up the sort of the Dorking Wanderers Academy door. So a lot of people who didn't know found out, and a lot of people who did know a bit found out more. So there was really good reaction from it. I had a lot of positive comments from, you know, friends within the business who maybe didn't know what we do here. A lot of positive comments from fans and stuff like that. And so yeah, it was really a really good response, and we probably got, you know, about 20-25 interested parties from the
really?
yeah. So on the back of it, you know, that said that they directly watched our video and it came out. So you know, it was good. Yeah, thank you.
Well done, no, brilliant, that is. Right, on the pitch, are you hopeful to get all your teams back playing soon?
Well, yeah, so I was very hopeful with it being March, and I'm thinking, yeah, you know, extend the season till June like the FA have, and I thought we might be able to get some football in. But since, obviously, in the last sort of 28, 48 hours, we found out that Step 6, so our national, so in the national non-league system, our reserve side that play in the combined counties won't be continuing. So that team is null and void in terms of their league campaign. Our under-18 Isthmian Youth League side, so they've announced that that's also being curtailed and cancelled. So our under-18s don't have any football in terms of competition. So our plan is to, you know, in some capacity from the 29th, and the government allow us to get some sort of competition going, whether it's a friendly competition or something for both our Saturday players and also our days time students, to try and get something going. But obviously we're leaving it open at the minute because we don't know, you know, it's such a fluid situation, as Mark says. You know, we just don't know where the next sort of term is going to come and what it's going to look like. So the National Under-19 Youth Alliance, what we play on a Wednesday, they're still deciding what to do. But we will have some sort of football, whether that's just friendlies for the remainder of the year, or it'll be a friendly competition between, you know, other clubs that we know and that want to do it. So that's what we're sort of looking at the moment. But we'll update everyone more as we go along. And you know, we've seen the league stop, league start situation at the top of the pyramid. So you never know what's going to happen.
Obviously, they're different side of the coin. They're trying to do summer schools for the children that go to school. Would you think about doing like summer school during the summer, playing football, or as many games as you can get in during the summer? Yeah,
we would do anything that would support our learners and make their experience better. And you know, it's a little bit like making up for lost time, because our first year learners joined us in obviously August when we started our pre-academy programme, and then they've been with us September, little lockdown in November, you know, no football for a period as well, just education, and then another lockdown from January. So they've, you know, in terms of their actual contact time on the field and in the classroom as such, has been nowhere near what we would want it to be, and they've lost out on that experience through no fault of anyone's. It's just, you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. So my plan is to make sure that we make up for lost time in every single way we can. Every single way we can, whether that be extend, you know, learning if that's needed, you know, give them extra support, and then on the field, you know, play as many games as possible in the safest possible way to be able to get them their football and their football development the way that we want it to be.
There must be so many under-18 teams, academy teams out there looking to play football. There must be. Yeah, there will be. There will be now, yeah, and I think a lot of clubs will be looking at the protocols and obviously first and foremost the safety aspect of what's going on. But you know, regionally we've got a lot of clubs near us. You know, Sutton United, Woking, you know, Hampton's not too far, and a lot of friends at these clubs
So there's no reason why I don't see, from when it's safe to do so, and the government tell us we can't hold a regional competition between us. Something like that, get a trophy. These are all ideas that I've had, and I know other people have, and I know we've got some good people that will look at making these things happen.
Could the under-18 Isthmian League team play their friendlies against the opposition at under-18?
Yeah. So they can still play. Because football, grassroots football, is allowed back from the 29th. So that means all football is allowed to go back. So it's just about making sure that we're not travelling to miles away and being safe as possible. But yeah, there's definitely capacity to play other 18 teams, under 18 teams, under 19 teams, under 23s.
Exactly.
There's definitely the capacity out there. It's just each club will be doing their own sort of due diligence and protocols, and we'll work with them as well as with our own.
So fingers crossed, there should be lots of football during the summer.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Fingers crossed.
And obviously later nights you can play, get a couple of games in.
Yeah.
Under 18s and under 23s would be brilliant. Come down and watch.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously that opens doors to, one of the ideas I've got is to do a pre-academy program for the students that will be coming to us next year, so we can really integrate them with the current group, because there's no league forms to sign, etc. And they'll be able to get up to speed a lot quicker. So, in the face of something that's quite dire, and it can look really bad from the outside looking in, we're trying to make the best of a bad situation. And, we're hoping that football will return to Meadowbank in an under 18, under 23 reserve fashion in the not too distant future.
Yeah, brilliant, that's great, yeah. Look, we all know this club, there's always something going on in the background, isn't there? So is there anything that you're working on to enhance the experience for the people to come to the academy?
Yeah, so it's not just the academy in terms of recruitment. We're looking to enhance all experiences within the local community in the surrounding areas. So one of the projects we're working on in the background is, on a Wednesday, we're going to be looking to run DW sort of mini kickers, sort of a like little chicks concept, where fans and young players of an age probably from about 4 to about 12, 13 can come down on a Wednesday, play on the pitch from 5 till 6, and get an experience of getting to know the club. So these are sort of projects that we're working on in the background for when COVID's done, that we can sort of really get the community going again, get them back engaged with the club, get people out of their front rooms, their bedrooms, on their PC games, and get them engaged back in sport, physical activity, mental health, all the benefits that come with sport. We're looking to add projects like that. Equally, obviously, I spoke about the programs that we're looking to run in conjunction with schools. So Priory and Ashcombe, we're in deep conversation with them about how we can add to their education-based stuff, where we can support them with our learners going in there and offering support for, whether that's education support from a more educated and adult learner, or down to just working with them in a football concept or in a sporting concept, because that's a lot of the background we have here. So we're looking at projects with local schools, and equally longer term we're looking to expand ourselves. So we're looking to open more sites across the country.
Really?
Where myself and Mark have been in deep conversation about this, and it's a concept that we're really looking to explore, where we can take what we've done here with the outstanding achievement we've had in the classroom and on the pitch, and maybe help other students elsewhere in the country to be a part of something really special.
Oh wow, that's really interesting. That is
So it's a longer term plan, but it's something that always here. Like Mark's got his own plans for the club, and equally everyone within the club, within their own role, have to match that ambition, and the academy is no different. We want to be the best in the area, if not the southeast of England. So
do you ever go abroad? Think about going abroad and bringing some of the young children abroad that can play football in England?
Yeah, so VL UK do offer a concept like that, our education partner, where people from there have a strong connection in China, and they bring over educations from there, and education providers, they go out there and they bring over young educated individuals to add to the programs or to be educated on our programs. So there are things that we look at with that. Yes, there's obviously a lot of scope to these things, but we haven't got quite internationally yet. We're regionally, but what's to say, Gary, in 10, 15 years time we can't be.
Sure, definitely, 100%. Yeah. So we always ask you to just tell the people how they can get in touch with yourself or the club to come and join and enjoy the experience.
Yeah, so if they visit any of our social media channels, websites, both the academy and the club, get in contact at info@ or academy@dorkingwanderers.com, and get in contact with myself, and we're happy to help and assist in whatever way we can educationally, and give you advice, guidance on next steps that we offer here. and get in contact. You know, there's no harm in exploring your options and see what we have on offer, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for your time, Jordan. Great to see you again.
No worries. Thanks, Gal.
Keep in touch.
Yeah, we'll catch up in a month's time.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers, mate.